On the 5th day of May, in the jungle of Newell, in the heat of the day, in the cool of the pool, he was splashing, enjoying the jungle's great joys, and Horton the elephant heard a small noise. Horton heard a who. The question is, will colleges hear you? 3.6 million students will graduate high school this year. 2.2 million will attend college. But 40% of incoming freshmen are non-traditional students, adults over the age of 25 returning to school. Your teen is competing with those applicants as well as their high school age peers for coveted entering freshman seats. Today, we're going to look at how we can get your teen seen, heard, and accepted, and how your teen can dramatically decrease the cost of tuition and potentially come out debt-free. Hi, I'm Denise Thomas, coach, author, and speaker. Parents hire me to discover how their kids can go to college debt-free because most didn't save for college, are starting too late, and are afraid they'll risk their retirement for their kids' college fund. Frustrated by doing research with too much info to sort through, not finding or not winning the scholarships their kids have applied for. So I help them develop an application portfolio that has colleges begging their kids to come to their school. I'm an expert at cracking the college code. As a math instructor for LSU, I witnessed the endless suffering of parents and teens regarding college costs. My goal was to put my two kids through college debt-free, despite the rising cost of education. So I started on a mission to make money. I was a $1 million award-winning realtor. I was in Silicon Valley as a computer programmer, and I'm a 20-year homeschool veteran. I homeschooled my two children from pre-K through high school. Both went on to college, and both earned scholarships exceeding $100,000, including the National Merit Scholarship, graduating debt-free with cash left over. How? Well, being homeschooled, they had no exposure to recruiters, no access to high school counselors, no one to show them what courses will set them apart for acceptance, and no one to help them win. As a parent, you want the best for your kids. If you had a college education like I did, you're appalled at the cost of tuition today. When I was in school, tuition was $500 per 3-hour course, and that included room, board, and books. Today, that same course is $2,300. Could this be the generation that doesn't do as well as their parents? And I thought my student loans were bad. Today, it takes an average of 21 years to pay off a bachelor's degree. Most are not winning. 70% of college students graduate with student loan debt. Some have an idea of what to do to get into college, but have no idea how to do it debt-free. Many parents didn't save for college. Many parents fear college debt will impact their children's quality of life. And the truth is, it will. Young adults today are waiting to start their families or buying a home because of student loan debt. Many parents are concerned that co-signing their teens' student loans will affect their buying power. That's a guarantee. Your teen's $15,000 or $30,000 student loan per year that you co-signed for literally becomes your debt. It's on your credit report. And when you want to buy your midlife crisis dream car or remodel your home, that debt is counted against you. Many parents need to help support their kids going into college. 30 years ago, it was a simple process. Most kids didn't even consider going out of state for college. They only applied to 2 or 3 within their state. The only scholarship to be concerned with was the one the college gave you or didn't give you. Today, there are literally billions of dollars in scholarships that have nothing to do with the college your teen attends. Most don't require GPA or test scores. You need help navigating the process and the pitfalls, of which there are many. Many parents are uncertain whether the info they found is reliable. There is so much information on the internet, on Facebook. How do you know what you have and who you're listening to is accurate? For example, I advise on a large number of parenting forums. One so-called expert was giving parents inaccurate information and ended the statement with, I know, I have a business. And don't think you can rely solely on your teen's high school counselor. I love the work they do, but they don't have time to research 5,000 colleges and universities or millions of scholarship opportunities and know what's best for each student. Many parents lack hope. I had student loans, I guess they will too, throwing up their hands in defeat. And maybe a percentage of you don't even have the money. You all definitely need to crack the college code. Some avoid and even dread starting the process. You procrastinate. Maybe we'll start in the summer, maybe in the fall, or leave it up to your teen. It's their life, they'll have to do it all. Hint, the earlier you start, the more opportunities your teen will have. So today, I'm going to provide you with some proven, simple, yet highly effective tools that will help you crack the college code. You will begin to understand how to prepare your kids to win. You'll walk away with the first 3 steps to create a package that markets your teen with the expectation of greatness and has colleges begging your kids to come to their school. You will move from overwhelm to overcome. You will learn how to start the process for achieving debt-free college with an application portfolio. We'll work together to start your teen's application package so your kid will get noticed by college admissions boards. You'll also have an opportunity to connect with me further to see how I can support you beyond today. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, a daughter complained to her father that her life was miserable and that she didn't know how she was going to make it. She was tired of fighting and struggling all the time. It seemed just one problem was solved and then another one soon followed. Her father, a chef, took her to the kitchen. He filled 3 pots with water and placed each on the high fire. Once the 3 pots began to boil, he placed potatoes in one pot, eggs in a second pot, and ground coffee beans in the third. He then let them sit and boil without saying a word to his daughter. The daughter moaned and impatiently waited, wondering what he was doing. After 20 minutes, he turned off the burners. He took the potatoes out of the pot and placed them in a bowl. He took the eggs out and placed them in a bowl. He then ladled the coffee out and placed it in a cup. Turning to his daughter, he asked, "What do you see?" "Potatoes, eggs, and coffee," she hastily replied. "Look closer," he said, "and touch the potatoes." She did and noticed that they were soft. He then asked her to take the egg and break it. After pulling off the shell, she observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, he asked her to sip the coffee. Its rich aroma brought a smile to her face. "Okay, Father, what does this mean?" she asked. He explained that the potatoes, the eggs, and the coffee beans each had faced the same adversity, the boiling water. However, each one reacted differently. The potato went in strong, hard, and unrelenting, but in boiling water, it became soft and weak. The egg was fragile, with a thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior until it was put in the boiling water. Then the inside of the egg became hard. However, the ground coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they changed the water and created something completely new. Which one are you? Which one is your teen? And how will you create something new as you venture into the world of higher education? Let's take a look at how you can be that great cup of coffee. We're going to dive into the W.I.N formula for cracking the college code. W in the W.I.N formula is for who. Who are they? One of the most important parts of your teen's application package will be how they present themselves in the application. Certainly, their GPA and test scores are the first item the college or university will want to see. They use the rigor of high school courses taken and their grades to decide if your teen can cut it in college. Do they have what it takes to do well in difficult college level courses? This evaluation is weighed against what your teen's high school offers them. But beyond that, college admissions want to know who your child is. What are their interests and character traits? Outside their high school classes, what do they genuinely enjoy doing? There's no right or wrong answer here, except if your teen doesn't have anything in particular that they enjoy. You see, if your teen bounces around from one seemingly unrelated activity to another, then the college admissions officer assumes your teen either hasn't figured out what they like or they have a problem sticking with anything. It's the same feeling a prospective employer would have if the applicant has bounced from one job to another. You begin to wonder if they'll stick to anything. So the college is wondering if classes get too hard, will your teen drop out? Figuring out who your teen is comes from evaluating their participation in activities. Why are activities important? Because colleges are building their incoming freshman class. They need students from all backgrounds, all walks of life, all interests, and all levels of leaders and followers. So your teen's application package must show where in the college class they will fit in. Do you know what colleges are looking for? How your teen is going to stand out? Parents tell me that their teen is normal, typical, or average. There's no such thing. Everyone is unique. What is important to your teen and what experiences they have valued? That's what's important, showcasing their skills. Make a list of their character traits, and next to each, tell a story of how that character trait is portrayed. I'll go through an exercise with you in my course to help you create the story you want to tell and the story the colleges want to hear. I in the W.I.N formula is for initiate. Start now. Did you know there are more than 5,000 colleges and universities in the US? It's overwhelming. You can probably name 60. Choosing a college is one of the many stressful parts of the high school to college process. But once you approach it systematically, the process becomes much easier. How are you selecting colleges? Is it based on budget, accreditation, location, or academics? There are as many pieces or criteria as you can imagine when it comes to choosing the right college. For my daughter, her first question was, where's the nearest Walmart? Seriously, that was very important to her. If you or your teen has a genuine interest in not having a ton of college debt, then you should begin looking for a good fit. And good fit includes the price tag. You need to begin the search sooner rather than later. Yes, you can even go on college tours and visit campuses long before your teen is a high school junior. My son was 9 years old when he attended tours with my daughter when she visited as a high school freshman. By the time it was his turn, he already knew which college he wanted to attend. Believe it or not, the tour guides actually engaged with him. That says a lot about the caliber of student at those colleges. Find a good fit. I want you to write down at least 10 criteria that might be important to you or your teen in the college or university they will attend. Here are some ideas to get you started. Location. Will it be city or rural? Climate. North, south, east, or west coast? Proximity to whatever's important to them. Price tag. When we talk about price tag, don't look at the sticker price. It's the bottom line that matters. The amount you or your teen has to come up with or get a loan for. How far from home? Size. Will it be a large or small school? Public or private? Teacher to student ratio? Type of school. A community college, 4-year versus 2-year, technical, military, or religious? Make it a point to visit different size campuses within driving distance, even if those schools are not on your short list. You may be surprised that depending on the campus, a university with 35,000 students can actually feel small. Search and source. You'll want to begin a spreadsheet. Now that you've begun to narrow your big criteria, there are a ton more that I review in my course. But with what you've already written down, you can begin to make a list of schools that actually fit that criteria. There's an online tool for that. Write this down: bigfuture.collegeboard.org/college-search. This tool allows searches by college major, location via US regions or states, and school type, 2-year or 4-year, public or private, or school size. Test score, campus housing, sports and activities, price, additional support, and diversity. Narrow the search. Now that you have a list of schools that fit the big criteria, there are additional online tools to help narrow the search even further. This is the point at which you get even more details. What do they offer? What are the admissions requirements? I suggest creating a spreadsheet to narrow down these options. Of course, this is all done remotely. You likely haven't seen any of these schools or even checked out their website, so you still have some homework to do. Ideally, by the time your teen is completing their junior year in high school, they've narrowed the list to 8 or 10 schools that they've actually visited and would be happy spending 4 to 6 years there. Not only do you need to start now to investigate colleges for a good fit, but you need to start now to position your teen's college application and scholarship application contents for ultimate visibility. What will they have on their application that will stand out? And start now applying for scholarships. Did you know that there are college scholarships for as young as age 3? It's never too early to start. N in the WIN formula is for navigate. The high school to college process has become incredibly stressful for both parents and students. You must navigate the process strategically. My work in this arena is based on a calculated approach. I've developed an 8-step process that has awarded hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships to college students. My daughter graduated with a diploma in one hand and a check in the other. I want your kid to have the same experience. 600,000 college students graduate debt-free every year. That's 30%. I want to support you further in your quest to help your teen in college admissions and doing it debt-free. In the Cracking the Code to Free College course, you will discover what your teen needs to do and when. A personalized, comprehensive timeline that is particular to your teen and their needs. I'll even send you an email or a message that reminds you of the really important things to do, so there's no way you'll forget. How to make your teen's application stand out from the pack. There are a few items your teen should have on their application that very few students will have. And you'll match your teen's values with that of the college or university, showing that this is a good fit. And show what your teen can contribute to the campus community. You'll discover how and where to find scholarships your teen qualifies for and has the best possibility of winning. The majority of scholarships available outside of the college have either low or no academic requirements. And you'll learn how to avoid scholarship scams. Too many students are either not applying for scholarships or they're applying and not winning them, getting discouraged by the process. It's a numbers game, if and only if you're doing it right. One parent told me her teen applied to 40 scholarships and had won none. But if she had been applying to the right scholarships, she should have won up to 8. Those are the odds. Do not sign up if you're not willing to invest your time, money, energy, heart, and soul into finding the right college with the greatest rewards, into working to find and help your teen apply for every scholarship opportunity they qualify for. Do not sign up if your teen is not on board and determined to do what it takes to graduate debt-free. Practice makes perfect. Actually, practice makes permanent. Set the goal to fill out at least 2 scholarship applications each and every month. Yes, your kid may be in preschool. Remember, there are scholarships for as young as age 3. It's never too early to start. But if your teen is in high school, your goal might be 1 to 2 per week. Think about it. What is your time worth? What is your teen's time worth? If your teen spends an hour on scholarship applications and wins $1,000, they've just made $1,000 per hour. It's well worth the time you and your teen spent on searching and applying for scholarships. The good news is, it's a numbers game. The odds are in your favor. I've heard parents say, well, my kid sent out 20 or 25 scholarship applications. I'm thinking you're not even close. One student won 6 scholarships totaling $21,000. But when I asked how many she applied to, she said probably 80. For those that do math, that's $262.50 per hour over the 80 applications. How many of you make $250 per hour at your job? Dave Ramsey says your teen's goal should be to apply to 1,000 scholarships. Apply to scholarships like it was your full-time job. So today we've learned how to win. W.I.N. You need to know who your teen is, what makes them tick, and everything needs to be written down. You need to initiate the process. Start now, not later. The sooner you begin the process, the more opportunities your teen will have. My students win scholarships long before they've applied to colleges. And you need to navigate the process. I'll show you and your teen what to do when. Throughout the course, you'll build your teen's resume, they'll apply for scholarships, build their college list, and application portfolio, and much more. I have a special limited time offer for you to join Cracking the Code to Free College. Instead of $2,000, you can join this online digital program and work at your own pace for just 3 equal payments of $175. But this offer goes away on November 29th. Course opens December 6th. Discover how you can help your teen graduate debt-free and be part of the 30%.